You're ready to go. Okay. 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 Dee, dee, da, 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 dee, da. Tell me when, Michael. He has no idea what you're talking about.
You're good, Gordon.
We're good. I don't want to be good. I want to be excellent. Thank you. Thank you for coming out to the Red Light. We have a wonderful program planned for you this evening, and nice to see. Hey, who's talking? Shh. There you go. Pay this kind of money. Be quiet. We have an all-star group here and a very, very special guest. She's my sister from another mother, and she is one of my dearest friends. She's an amazing singer. So this whole series of performances and master classes have been made possible by help cooperation with Breman Museum. Leslie Gordon, I want to thank you so much for helping us to make these things happen. We did a wonderful concert there at the museum on Sunday night, and it was called Jews and Jazz. Not Jews and Jazz, Jews in Jazz. And so what the whole premise of that particular concert was to talk about the participation of Jews in the music, musicians, but what I found is that the most important contribution has been in terms of the literature and the material that jazz musicians play. When at the late 19th and early 20th century, when there was this great migration from Eastern Europe, when Eastern peoples came over, the first thing they wanted to be Americans, and the kind of music that was really popular was jazz and syncopated music. We call that the bug, and they caught the bug, and they just wanted to be as American as possible and write this new kind of music. And this was the explosion of what we call Tin Pan Alley and Broadway, and popular songs, and of course publishing, and all these other kinds of things made it really possible for these recently relocated immigrants to become Americans. George Gershwin, Irving Berlin, Jerome Kern, Harold Arlen, of course they all changed their names to be more Americanized, and they learned how to write this kind of music. And for Broadway, Tin Pan Alley became the fodder, I guess if you will, for the jazz musicians. There were composers writing jazz compositions, but most of them were playing music that came from Broadway or Tin Pan Alley. So we're going to be highlighting some important musicians who make great contributions to American music via Broadway, movie soundtracks, and just other popular songs. Many of them have changed their names, so you wouldn't, they wanted to, again, assimilate as much as possible. So we're going to start with, on the street where you live, Rodgers and Hammerstein. I mean, need I say more? Need I say more? And of course, I love that song because the lyrics are great, and I love the musical, My Fair Lady, which is based on Pygmalion by George Bernard Shaw, you know the rest. But it's such a great song because it's a kind of a hi, how are you? Welcome to my neighborhood. And we're going to welcome you to our neighborhood. And I'd like to introduce our very, very, very special guest who came down all the way from somewhere in Maryland, Bladensburg, Maryland, and she relocated there a few years ago. We miss her, desperately, and I've had her come down a few times to share her music. She's the greatest jazz vocalist I've ever worked with, and I'm so happy to be able to call her my dear friend and colleague, Miss Audrey Shakir.
I have often walked down that street before. The pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. Now at once am I several stories high, 'cause I'm just on the street where you live. Are there lilac trees in the heart of town? Is there any other reason in a part of town? Does excitement pour every door. No suckers on the street where you live. And the towering feeling when suddenly you appear. The overwhelming feeling to know that any second you might suddenly appear. People stop and stare. That don't bother me. There is no place on this earth that I would rather be. Let the trumpets sound. I don't care if I can be here on the street where you live. Yeah. Oh, every day, big bubble, baby, oh, baby, go, baby, boy, baby. Dilly, oh, baby, we be boogie, boogie, baby. They do they get to wait, they go be bad, to be beggy, beggy, baby. Dilly, oh, baby, baby, they get to the dog, baby. Baby, 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 hey, ho, baby, we baby, do daddy, day, don't go, baby. Baby, today, Eddie today, where today, Eddie today, today, they don't be baby, baby, oh baby, do they